2015. That's when I started doing my art degree there in the VCA. But after I graduated 3 years after, so 2017, that's the time when I realized it's quite hard to balance like life and arts and work and stuff.
You got the limited time in the life, and then you can't, you can't do all the stuff, all the things. In the beginning, like I always say, when you got like photography skill and you do your hard work, you can have like a successful business. But it couldn't be like in the further from the trees.
To start a business is already not the easy thing, and especially for art, this area. If you want to start your own business, that's extra hard. Because if you think about, let's just say dance for example. If you want to be a full-time dancer, that's already really hard. Why is it hard? Because people don't find the actual value behind the scene. They don't realize, okay, how many years of practice to be able to stand in front of students, to be able to teach you like that. Even teaching, you may be a great dancer, but to be a good teacher, that takes another while.
Very nice. To become an artist, you would have to like put a lot of effort and also time into it, where if you don't have enough financial support from from yourself or from family, then you will end up having no money, no income to live your life. Right now, because it's still in a very early stage of the business. We just got started, and last year it's been closed for a year, almost a year, because of COVID. So it's in an earlier stage. Everything is kind of all over the place. When I'm at work, I would have to be responsible for like not just the business, but also like all the students. So customers, you would say, but like the students and parents that actually trust us to for the education of their child.
You have to think about like a lot of stuff. Like you need to do marketing. You need to do like social media stuff. You need to do manager stuff. You need to do bookkeeper, like accountant. You have to worry about like a lot of things to do except just the photography skill.
I would say it's really tough to be a full-time dancer already, but thinking about you're going to take another step forward to make a business like a dance studio. So let's say if you are a dance studio owner, but you know nothing about dancing, right? That's not gonna work. People won't believe you because you're the image of your studio. So if you're already like, your image is like, okay, dancer, blah, 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 like you're very active, and then suddenly a dance studio there, people will believe you because it's not believe in you, it's believe in this brand. Yeah, so it's like people will actually come for you, and that takes years.
Before we can see like we got the booking every day. Yeah, there's the students walking around. Yeah, and also right now, I know in uni they got online course training right now, and also I think Australia is still banning international students. Yeah, I think there are a lot of like international students they couldn't come back to uni. Yeah, it's for us it's a very hard time
because of the lockdown. So we were shut for about half a year, and that's where we don't have any income, but we're still paying for rent. But thanks to the JobKeeper funding, the grant, we kind of got some compensation from that, but we don't have any, there's no income for the studio. And then we reopened, and it's also hard to get it running again, because after the whole COVID thing, things have changed, and also the way that people learn. I have actually done some online teaching for students in the studio. I find it really weird to teach online as well, in terms of like physical drawing classes and drawing and painting. It's really hard to teach online, but because art is supposed to bring people together and to be in physical contact with other people.
I wouldn't say it didn't work out, but like it didn't work out well because it's online. You know, it's kind of hard. Students want face to face. They want to come in person. Yeah, that's the fun. I did a few online classes. I was tired. It was tired. It's like so hard to see students from a little screen.
In this world, like everywhere you can see it's social media stuff. Marketing is very important. Like you need to let people know about you. Yeah. It's not just like you like back to 20 years ago.Maybe you open a shop on the street, people can walk in, people interesting. Like maybe you open a shop in in a mall. Like there's a lot of like traffic, so it's very hard for us to open a shop in a quiet quiet street. Yeah. You need to do a lot of marketing. You need to get the people like lead to your place. I don't know, like I'm an IT guy before, and also like I'm a photographer. Then right now I'm a studio manager. But like marketing, like I've never learned like about the marketing stuff, like how to do marketing. So I have to ask somewhere else, or maybe ask some like professional marketing company. That's the challenge. I have to like spend a lot of time to focus on that, like how to let people know us.
Because our clientele right now is mostly Asian parents. So I have set up the social media. It's been about a year or so, and at the beginning it's very slow because I don't know if it's the way that I post or if it's just, sometimes it's luck as well to gain reputation from social media. But I've been building up the platform throughout the year, and I've learned some pattern of how people react to certain posts. So, but at the same time, I don't want my post to be totally like relying on how people react, but also how I want to present ourselves as a business. So that has been really helpful because I just found out that actually many parents that's currently on top of that on that platform. So people who are actually on that platform are people who appreciate beauty or appreciate like creative stuff. So I think that's really good because that's exactly what we want to target in our customer.
I'll still have my own Asian thing because that's my blood. Yeah, that's where I am. So I kind of try to teach. So for example, I have different students here, local students, they have Asian students. I kind of like teach in a different ways.
When we design courses, we thought about the cultural aspect is very important for the business. So we not only Asian culture, but maybe also cultures in general. We try to design courses that introduce the students to different cultures. And I think doing this here in Melbourne is a really good thing because there are so many. It's such a multicultural country.
In the sense of that, it's like people find it actually very interesting because they never experienced this before, they never seen this before. They feel like, okay, this is fresh. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like the way that I can show or contribute or help to the dance community.
So I would like to bring more this fusion of traditional contemporary culture, contemporary Asian culture together to introduce that to our students so that they learn certain cultures, and through the through the activity, through the art activities, they can actually experience it instead of just listening to it.
Commitment, that's definitely one of the things. Because if we don't commit, people won't follow, right? If you quit or if you're lazy, people will see it. They can actually feel it.
Be stable, in every regard. Just be stable and we're kind of just taking things slowly.
Be patient. So maybe wait. Yeah, see how it's going. So there's nothing I can do. I already try my best.